Julia here at the Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival with Joey Jordison, looking metal as usual in dark garb. You always look very sexy, Joey, I have to say.
Thank you very much. So do you.
Oh, well, thank you. I like black too. So you're on the road with Rob Zombie. Is this a band that you were really into before? Or how did this all come about?
Of course, you know, when La Sexorcisto came out, the White Zombie record, I'd been a fan ever since, and I toured with Rob with Slipknot. Slipknot's first tour in '99 was Rob's first solo tour as well, and we met then. And basically, how this came about is I've known John Five for like about 11 years now, when he was Slipknot and Manson on Ozfest. And he called me up saying, man, our drummer left, and do you know anyone, you know, that could possibly help us out? I kind of think he was just fishing around maybe to see if I would do it. And I was like, man, I'd love to do it. Because I've known John, he's been a great friend of mine for a long time. And I just saw him like about 2 months before that in Des Moines. I was like, dude, I'm making a new Murder Dolls record, but we won't be touring until fall. So I was like, man, he's like, would you really be into that? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And he called Rob. Rob called me, and that was it.
Now you've also toured with Korn, who's the other headliner on the stage, and you've been with a lot of bands. I've even seen you play with Metallica at the Download Festival years ago in Donington Castle. What's a band that you would love to play for?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. I really don't know. I've covered a lot of bases, you know, with Ministry, of course. I've been a huge fan with the industrial thing, Satyricon, Norwegian black metal, you know, Korn, produced 3 Inches of Blood, Zombie now. It's a weird question. You know,
maybe even Dead or Alive.
It's yeah, Dead or Alive, man. Of course, I'm a huge Kiss fan. To fill in for them one day would be always cool, but I don't know. I've really pretty much covered a lot of the bases of the bands that I really like. I definitely like to. I just like to play with a bunch of different people. You just learn a lot that way, you know.
So Murder Dolls' new album is coming out, which I'm really stoked about. End of the month. Women and Children Last. That's a lovely title.
Yeah, it's a spin-off on Women and Children First, Van Halen. Yeah, I know you know that. A lot of our fans don't know.
Right. Well, that's a whole different genre.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, tell me, with this new album, you've had a lot more time to put it together. What's the sound and production like, and what's the major running theme, I guess?
Well, a lot of the I consider this to be the first Murder Dolls record. The first one is cool for what it was, but I mean, it was like half of my old band, the Rejects, songs, and half Wednesday's old band, Frankenstein Drag Queen songs, and I just recorded everything, and then he put vocals over it. And it was basically a blueprint of like what we really wanted to do, and it's thrown together pretty quick, but it worked, and the band did really well, like mainly overseas, Japan, Australia, everywhere, because we really didn't tour the United States, but we've been exchanging stuff for like 8 years. But Wednesday's been busy with stuff, and I've been swamped with everything, you know, from all the bands, and so finally it lined up to where we could make this happen. But this is the first time me and him actually sat down and wrote songs, you know, and a lot of the campiness and the horror stuff is kind of gone. I mean, it's still deranged and everything, and we're still a fun band, but it's a lot heavier. Their actual songs, they're like more concise. It's just a way better record, you know. Like I said, this is like really the first Murder Dolls record. People are gonna be really freaked out. They're gonna be really surprised. I mean, it's insane. It's really good.
What do you think is the darkest and most terrible thing you've done to yourself or somebody else?
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know, man. Every time I go on stage, you know, with Slipknot, I mean, that's terror right there. I mean, I've had so many broken bones with that band and so many scars. So I mean, just every day in Slipknot could be my last day. I don't know. So that's a constant running theme with that band.
Actually, at the Golden Gods Awards, you mentioned that there will be a new Slipknot album at 2012. Is that still an option, or?
Absolutely. I just want to thank all the fans, you know, for the support and my loss. But there will be another record for sure.
Are we allowed to touch on the Paul situation, or?
No, I just want to, you know, thank all the Slipknot fans and all the people that have supported me and the support of Paul's family and everything, and Slipknot. So.
Guys, check out Joey with Rob Zombie on the Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival. Murder Dolls' new album coming out August 31st, Women and Children Last. And of course, keep an eye out for Slipknot, hopefully in 2012. I fucking love you, man.
I love you too.